I've always heard how beautiful Alderaan's supposed to be. Figures I'm gonna see it in the middle of a war. At least he'll still be pretty in the holos.
Don't sweat it. When we win the Great Hunt, I'm taking you on vacation.
Really? You mean that?
Name the place and we're there.
Thanks, big guy. That means a lot. Time to find out who's standing between us and a week on the beach.
Welcome to Alderaan, Hunter. Former tourist capital of the core worlds. Your target here is a nobleman nicknamed the Durasteel Duke on account of his knack for staying alive. Over 1,000 assassins have come and gone trying to put the Duke to bed, but he ain't met you yet, right? He was last seen with House Gerard. They're guests of House Thule, so that's a good place to start looking. Good luck.
Figure she'd gloss over the details. Lucky for you, I'm on the job.
Fill me in. I hate surprises.
In a nutshell, when the Queen of Alderaan died a few years ago, the head of the military declared himself king. That didn't go over so well. Now the 3 largest houses are fighting over the crown.
I'll need to know more about the major players.
Well, General Boris Olgo is the guy who declared himself king, and his house controls most of Alderaan's former military. House Organa and House Thule are Olgo's only real opposition, but they're at each other's throats too. Basically, Organa wants Alderaan back in the Republic, and Thule came back from exile with the help of the Empire. Hey, are you getting all this?
Yeah, very nice job. Thorough.
Oh, this is kind of old news. I had plenty of time to read up on the trip here. Come on. We better go pay a visit to House Gerard. Oh, and one last thing. The nobles of Alderaan are different. They think they're untouchable, and they won't be impressed, no matter how big a gun you wave around.
I'd just cuffed the whelp for scuffing my boot with the stirrup when... Oh, abominable.
Just ignore it. Maybe it'll wander away.
I'm looking for the Durasteel Duke.
Durasteel Duke? What is this roughneck babbling about?
Duke Corwin, you old dotard.
Is that what they call him? How quaint. You must leave, now, and use the servants' exit. People would talk if they saw someone of your ilk here.
I'm just here on business.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, return to the festivities. I will have a few words with our esteemed guest here.
You the boss around here?
You could put it that way, yes.
You aren't seriously considering dealing with this thug?
Uncle, please. I have the situation well in hand. Return to the festivities. This is not a request. I believe I know why you're here, but this is a discussion best held in private. Please wait in my office. I'll be right with you.
What? I'm a bounty hunter. I'm after the Durasteel Duke. Can you help me or not?
Right to the point, yes? I'm afraid the Duke and his sister left House Gerard some time ago under unpleasant circumstances. House Gerard now has a vested interest in finding the Duke and having him meet an unpleasant end. A minor noble claims to have a lead on the Duke. However, he insists on meeting in person, which I'm not willing to do. Instead, I will employ you.
You're expecting a double cross.
It's possible. Either way, I'm certainly not going out into that war zone, and none of my relatives can be trusted. I can't expect you to navigate the intricacies of our society, but I can give you the authority to negotiate on my behalf. From this point on, you will act as House Gerard's advocate, a role of honor. Come, I will walk you through the appointment ceremony.
If it gets me out of here, fine.
This is not to be taken lightly, Bounty Hunter. I am bestowing immense legal authority, even if it is temporary. Please kneel. I, Baron Zakar Gerard, do hereby bequeath my voice and my seal to this proxy. Now repeat after me. I humbly accept this honor and swear to carry my authority in a manner befitting the Lord I serve.
I humbly accept this honor and swear to carry my authority in a manner befitting the Lord I serve.
You may rise. Well done. There may be hope for you yet. It is customary for information to be double encrypted in these transactions, so Lord Malphus must enter his half of the key before you take the data. I'll let Malphus know you'll arrive at his encampment soon. Be on your best behavior.
Stop right where you are. You have no rank here. Etiquette dictates that no one below my rank is permitted within 10 paces of my person without my express consent.
Is he serious?
Wait, you are the advocate of House Gerard? Outrageous! I would not trust the likes of you to scrub my sewage, let alone deliver vital correspondence.
Are we gonna deal, or what?
Honor dictates this message must stay in my care until I give it to someone of rank, not a trained Thranta. Look, I have here tokens of respect for my peers, a mission for a page. Deliver them and earn a 10-year-old's honor. Then I can speak to you.
I'm not your errand boy.
No, you're less than that, if anything. This is why we don't trust the ill-bred with even tasks of menial honor. If you have no honor and will not prove yourself, I have no reason to further tolerate your presence.
Give me the tokens so I can get this over with.
Present the tokens to the Thule nobles at each outpost like so, and do not dare speak to them. If I don't receive word from them in short order, you may consider our business annulled. Run along now, and mind your betters.
Saverin is becoming more generous in his tributes. Pass on the gratitude of House Thule.
This is sufficient, I suppose. I'll send word to Malphus that his contribution did not go unnoticed.
Another gift. Savorin must be desperate for my good opinion. If there's nothing else, I have duties to attend to.
All right. You've done the job of a 10-year-old boy. I'll grant you that.
Time to hold up your end of the bargain.
I said I'd consider dealing with you. However, I am satisfied that you can handle the trifle of delivering this message. I've unlocked my half of the security key. You may return to Baron Zacher, appearing somewhat competent.
Disappear before I get an itchy trigger finger.
Come along, men. I've had enough of this vagrant's banter.
It is clear that you have plans in motion, nephew. Your newest lackey. Tell me, did my nephew mention that he already hired a bounty hunter and got him promptly killed?
Past business dealings aren't my interest. Getting paid for this one is.
That could have been our competition. Might have caught a lucky break.
If you would please excuse yourself, Uncle. I have business with my advocate.
I see how your brat Rafid learned to disgrace us. Advocate.
You're back without incident. I'm surprised Lord Malphus didn't raise a stir. Insufferable man.
I don't let shops get me riled.
You performed admirably. According to Malphus's information, Duke Corwin is in negotiations with our enemy, House Organa. They're placing messages in phony relics at House Alder's Royal Museum for later retrieval. Duke Corwin's placed an imposter relic in the museum recently. You'll have to forcibly enter House Alder and find it.
Can't I just buy a ticket and take the tour?
House Alder is a vassal house of Organa. They are at war with us as much as anyone else. And use extreme caution. The museum holds priceless cultural treasures. Nobody wants to be responsible for destroying that heritage.
Well, looks like we're getting to sightsee after all.
What is all that noise?
Oh, wow, look at all this stuff. It's gorgeous.
Oh no. Out, please. Take your battles elsewhere. This museum has no strategic value.
I'm looking for a phony relic, that's all.
You must be mistaken. Each piece here is an irreplaceable artifact from Alderaan's long and distinguished heritage. Some are thousands of years old. You must go before anything is damaged.
I'm not leaving until I find what I'm looking for.
I have cared for these antiquities for 57 years. Every item here is the genuine article. I can prove it to you. I have an integrity scanner we use for restoration work. It will only take a few minutes to scan for Oh no! The security cameras, they've spotted you. You can't fight in here.
Guess you'd better hurry then.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! I've found something. But that's impossible. If this is a fake, where is the real first founding memorial vase?
You won't be needing it then. Hand it over.
Yes, of course. You have what you want. Now, please, leave. Please.
Accept your hand? I'd sooner thrust my fist into a thresher.
I don't understand. I thought this had already been arranged, approved.
Advocate, be so kind as to remove this thing from my presence.
Anything for a lady.
This must be some kind of mistake! Ugh.
The nerve of Zakar and my father, treating me like some insipid, simpering... Ugh! How many more of these absurd marriage proposals must I endure?
You people got a funny definition of romance.
Romance? Marriage is the currency of politics. It is customary to gift one's children for favors.
We've got a word for that on Nar Shaddaa. It's called slavery.
Were you marriageable, I think you'd find that there is some distinction. I, however, make my own decisions. I will not be bandied about like some parcel of land to fuel my cousin's ambitions. Good day, Advocate.
Your attack on House Alder certainly didn't go unnoticed, but you managed not to cause any unnecessary destruction. That merits a bonus, I think.
Nice to be appreciated.
Excellence should never go unnoticed. Let's see what you've discovered. This is an Organa's house tongue. Give me a moment to pass the details. These houses... Thule vassals, Ulgo vassals, House Organa. Duke Corwin isn't just allying with the Organas. He's organizing an entire coalition against the House Thule.
Sounds like he's prepping you guys for a good beatdown.
Indelicate, but accurate, and there is nothing we can do about it. My cousin is safe within the sanctuary of House Rist. If he's under their protection, it's little wonder why the Durasteel Duke always survives. The Rists are a family of assassins who ascended into nobility through centuries of murder and sabotage. Duke Corwin is beyond our reach.
I'm gonna pay House Rist a visit. Be back once the Duke's a corpse.
You're determined, I'll give you that. You'll need to find Duke Corwin's haven inside House Rist, and stop whatever negotiations my cousin has underway permanently. I'm likely sending you to your death, but if you can manage to succeed, I will have a suitable payment waiting.
Huh?
I don't like the looks of this.
I'm afraid you're too late. Duke Corwin took his leave of House Rist on a shuttle just moments ago. Rather hastily, I might add. So hastily he neglected to pay me. A rather gauche breach of etiquette. And unwise.
Tell me where the Duke's headed and I'll disappear.
Had I spoken with him, rest assured, I would not be complaining of unpaid dues. Still, it's odd to see Duke Corwin panic. Regardless, congratulations are in order for surviving this long. It's more than can be said for the last bounty hunter to stalk our dear Duke.
You want something? Or did you just show up to chat?
I'm going to make you an offer, and I'm only going to make it once. House Rist has been contracted to eliminate Baron Zakar Gerard and all of House Gerard's leadership. We'd like to commission you to carry out these assassinations on our behalf.
You're asking me to kill my present employer. It's bad form.
Hardly. Wait until after you've collected Baron Zakar's bounty on the Durasteel Duke before you destroy House Gerard. There's no rush. House Rist has no further obligation to Duke Corwin. Agree to the contract. You can go in peace.
I don't trust this guy, boss. Zakar's been good to us so far. Let's play straight with him.
It's a simple decision, really. Death or profit.
Your credits are no good.
Such a pity. Goodbye, bounty hunter.
Advocate, are you there? Damn this blasted thing. Can you hear me? I have news. I don't dare discuss the details on an insecure channel. Please return to House Gerard as soon as possible.
I apologize for recalling you here, but I couldn't risk my cousin catching wind of this discussion. If his retreat from House Rist is any indication, the Durasteel Duke is already running scared, and I'd like him to stay right where he is. It may not be our goal, but crippling House Rist is worth noting. Consider this payment for supporting the Thule war effort.
You didn't call me back just to pay me.
Huh?
What is the meaning of this?
I just caught this little rake of yours in a dalliance with my wife.
More like you caught your wife in a dalliance with me, cuckold.
Unless you want half of House Thule, questioning why we continue to keep you riffraff here, you'll grant me that winter haven of yours.
My grandfather's estate? Are you mad? That's half my family's lands. Advocate, kill this petty extortionist, and I'll double what I just gave you.
I'm not some common thug to be sent at everyone who annoys you.
You can't even command authority over a hired goon. You're pathetic, Zakar. I'll expect that deed promptly.
I thought if there was anyone on this damnable planet I could finally rely on, it was you. Rafid, you're confined to your chambers indefinitely. Hope I do not keep you there for the rest of your natural life. Now get out!
My life or yours, father?
As I was saying, with House Rist unable to protect him, I have no doubt that Duke Corwin is seeking asylum with the Organas.
Makes sense, considering how buddy-buddy they've been.
The facts support that assumption as well. Thule scouts reported spotting a civilian shuttle headed into Organa territory shortly after you breached House Rist's compound. There's nowhere left for my cousin to run. Go kick down House Organa's doors and give them hell. Expect a bonus for any additional Organa casualties.
Vala, help! Someone is trying to kill me. Vala! Wait! Don't shoot. I'm not who you think I am. Look! See?
You've got 3 seconds to tell me where the real Duke is.
Huh? It's okay, Muriel. There is no point maintaining this farce any longer. Whoa, that's a lot of guys. Don't be alarmed. This is a misunderstanding. I am sure we can reach an agreement without further bloodshed.
You've got my attention.
The impersonator you've been chasing is Lady Muriel Corwin, the Duke's sister. If you want to see the Duke, you need only look there. The real Duke Corwin died almost a month ago while visiting to negotiate a treaty. Even using Kolto suspension, our attempts to revive him have ultimately failed. All we've managed to do is delay his bodily death.
Doesn't explain why you got his sister running around as a decoy.
Duke Corwin promised he'd rally nobles loyal to him to Organa's side, but his death dashed any hopes of those alliances. Lady Corwin agreed to help us and her. Strong family resemblance allowed her to make a convincing double for her brother. She does kind of have a case of the Howling Uglies. We sent her to House Rist to maintain the illusion that the Durasteel Duke was alive and well until she finished negotiating those alliances.
You may as well have put a blaster to her head yourself.
We never imagined someone could harm her while under the protection of House Rist. Since you're more than capable of taking Duke Corwin from us, we won't resist under 2 conditions. Leave peacefully and speak nothing of this deception to anyone. Looks like we're finally catching a lucky break. Will you agree to those terms?
The Duke's the only reason I'm here. Keep your word, and I walk out nicely.
He's yours, bounty hunter. Just go in peace.
Goodbye, brother. You make sure he gets a proper burial.
This is a new low, Rafid.
You're accusing me. If anyone is...
Gentlemen, compose yourselves. Our esteemed guest has returned.
We are busy, bounty hunter, and as you can see, Baron Zakar is otherwise indisposed. My nephew's last act was preparing a sum of credits. I can only assume they're yours.
How'd the Baron bite it?
My nephew was done in by a poisoned glass of wine. Obviously his overambitious progeny's doing.
I'm ambitious now? Why, Uncle, stooping to compliments to slander me.
The Baron has no further need of your services. I have to assume the burden of managing my nephew's estate.
As the Baron's only son, I have first claim to succession, hater.
Your claim was forfeit the moment you killed your father. As regent, the title passes to me.
Actually, Father, the Baron passed his authority to our advocate. Legally, the bounty hunter could name the new head of House Gerard.
That'll be whichever one of you makes this worthwhile.
I've accumulated a tidy sum over the years. Appoint me Baron, and I'll see you well rewarded.
Ha! Hater keeps his purse strings so tight he could garrote you with it. Grant me my inheritance, and I'll grant you a title. That's fair, right? You can make yourself at home whenever you like.
Should either one of them take over, we'll all end up paupers or lapdogs to the Thools. Advocate, you've already helped me work towards escaping the chattel role I'm relegated to. If you would finally liberate me from these buffoons, I would be very grateful.
Enough pandering. What's your decision, Advocate?
I'm going with Itala.
Father, I shan't have need of your counsel as Vice Baron. You may consider yourself a lord-in-waiting.
This is your gratitude for rearing you to adulthood?
Think of it as a reward for all the years you devoted to raising me as a commodity. As for you, Raffid, you are hereby banished from House Gerard.
What? You can't! Where will I go?
When have you ever had trouble finding a bed? I'm sure you'll be fine. I can handle things from here, Advocate. Thanks to you, I can now take control of my life.
Wrist flunky dead ahead. Better watch your back.
You looking for trouble?
No need to be alarmed. I'm only here to deliver a message. It is unfortunate that our individual arrangements had us at odds earlier, but that's simply the nature of our business. My master wishes to ensure that there's no ill will left between us.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll consider it.
Please do. Hostilities between us would be an unnecessary expense for everyone involved. House Rist will no longer interfere with your affairs. News Taro Blood will not take graciously, I'm sure. He fronted a considerable sum to ensure his rivals were dealt with. I imagine he'll threaten some reprisal, but I think we both know what Taro Blood's word is worth.
Bioscan incoming.
The Durasteel Duke. Confirmed. Guess he wasn't blaster-proof after all. You're clear to move on.
Any word on our rival?
It's been confirmed that Irido-san was disqualified in his sleep weeks ago. Guess he got sloppy. Welcome to the final round, Hunter. Contact your handler when you're ready to proceed. Good hunting.
I won't keep Krista waiting.
I don't think she's giving you a choice in the matter. Someone's trying to get through.
I know who you are, Hunter. You have made an enemy of Taro Blood. Even now, Taro's comrades head to Nar Shaddaa to discuss ways to eliminate you from the Great Hunt. I am sending you the coordinates of that meeting. I do not know how long they'll be there, so I'd suggest haste.
This your idea of a trap?
Yes, but you are not the one it's meant to ensnare. Taro robbed you of your allies in this competition. It seems only fitting that you return the favor.
I like the way you think.
There is no finer thing than the blood of an enemy righteously slain. Go to Nar Shaddaa. Confront those who have dishonored you and my people. Show them what it means to be a true warrior.
That was Head Arsoon. I can't believe it.
A hero of yours?
Soon was the youngest bounty hunter ever to win the Great Hunt. But that was over 65 years ago. Oh, he had an amazing career. Most of the crazy hunter stories out there are attributed to him. He's what bounty hunting is all about. If Soon wants to help us, we should seriously consider heading to those coordinates.